Okay, for today, before we go to the pub and have a drink and possibly help out someone playing chess, let's go back home because I totally forgot to make a phone call.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
I definitely recall trying earlier, we couldn't do it. But now that we've spoken to Gran and learned about our grandfather's surname, I think this will work.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht.
I'm looking for Wolfgang Ritter.
Ja, einen Moment.
Yeah, is this Gabriel on the phone?
This is Gabriel Knight. Why are you calling me, Mr. Ritter?
I've been having premonitions of great danger for you, Gabriel. You must leave New Orleans this very day.
What in the hell are you talking about?
It is hard to explain on the phone. I have had dreams about you. It took me a long time to have you tracked down. I knew that Heinz had a grandson, but until these dreams started, I did not know if I should contact you.
You say you're related to my grandfather?
Heinz was my brother. There is much about the family that you should know. Come to Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. It is our family home. I will tell you everything when you come. You must come immediately. You are in great danger there.
Look, I appreciate the family spirit and all, but frankly, I don't know you from Adam. And I'm not going to fly off to Germany, even if I could afford it.
Gabriel, please. If you won't listen, at least let me send you something. It is a journal from one of your ancestors. Promise me you will read it. You are the last of our line. I'm too old to carry on. You are our last hope. Please, for your family, read the journal.
All right, I'll look at it.
Good. Now be careful, and come to me as soon as you can. Goodbye.
But it's like we say, we can't afford to go to Germany. You're sending me something to read though. That I can do. I like reading. Alright, so he's going to send us a parcel, which... Again, I'd be surprised and astonished if it turns out tomorrow because, I mean, it's 1993. Things can't be couriered quite that fast. Right, Sam, how you doing? Actually, let's speak to Stonewall first. I meant to do this about 2 episodes ago, and I didn't forget, but I've had other things to do.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure, I'm not too busy at the moment.
Oh, you're gonna regret that, sir.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
That was in yellow as well, so I'm not really sure what that accomplished.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
They say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
And it's all fake, apparently.
What do you know?
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get about 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What can you tell me?
A lot of people come here because they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
What can you tell me?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know?
Yeah, we might have one or two at the bookstore, perhaps.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
What's the significance?
People who believe in that stuff think it's a real special night. Magical.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What about them?
No, just anything.
You ask the weirdest questions. I don't know anything about snakes.
Oh, they're gonna get weirder, dude.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Sure, she's kind of the patron saint of voodoo in New Orleans. Don't know too much about her, but the tourists sure get off on all that stuff.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
There's a voodoo museum in town. They'd know more about it than I do.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Come Mardi Gras, you see all kinds of masks in here.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? No, I prefer not to think about that kind of stuff, personally. Crime, perversion, weirdos, just makes me depressed.
But you have heard of it. Interesting. Most people, I guess, will just say voodoo, black voodoo. Aren't those the same thing?
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Never heard of it.
Have you ever heard of Dambala?
Never heard of it.
Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
Are you kidding? Around here? Hope they aren't serving drinks.
Well, if they are, I don't think anyone in his right mind would want one.
Again, why does everyone know that word?
Does the phrase Capri Sanko mean anything to you?
Never heard of it.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
No, but you could possibly put something in me.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
So, what's your story?
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Business picking up?
Some, mostly locals, as usual.
You ever get tired of tending bar for a living?
Never thought much about doing anything else.
The weather's pretty crappy out there today.
I wouldn't know. I never get out of here before dark.
Oof.
This looks like a lively crowd.
Lively crowds are trouble. These guys just sit and drink. That makes me happy.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. Now, I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say enough already.
Sounds like my life.
They're watching you, dude.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
Don't know what else I could say.
Alright, tell me about your patrons. In particular, Sam and Marcus, please.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They've played there every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and such.
Really? Thanks. What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Oh, don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Oof.
Don't hold your breath.
Oh, don't be so down, Gabriel.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
That's about all I can say about this crowd.
All it takes is one life-threatening situation and you'll be able to write a good book about it. Sam and Voodoo. I still kind of call bullshit that he's lost games every day for 20 years in a row. That's over 7,000 games. You'd think that Marcus would blunder or at least draw one of those games, surely.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodoo-ien and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day he went up and talked to the girl. And sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife, poor guy.
Does she know how to play chess, though?
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
That's about all I can remember.
Alright, Sam, do you have anything new to say? Put the drink down.
What do you guys do when you're not playing chess?
I used to be a jeweler. Marcus here was a butcher. Huh, come to think of it, he still is. Now we just sit here and play chess all day. Actually, Marcus plays. I just sit here and let him win.
What does your wife think about this? Alright, the gambling oil.
The small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil.
Got a second, Sam? It's about your game.
I don't have a game, that's my problem. Don't you touch those chess pieces while I'm gone, bastard.
I ain't never needed to cheat yet, you loser.
Thought you might be interested in this gambling oil.
Let me see that. Master Gambling Oil. What's it for?
I would think the description makes it obvious.
Don't you ever wonder why Marcus wins every time?
Whoa, hold it. You really think Marcus uses this stuff?
Would I make something like that up?
Get out of here. Marcus would never use something like this.
Well, if that's what you want to believe. This is a powerful voodoo oil.
Ah, go on. Really?
Something about nuns? Yep.
This voodoo oil could make a nun get lucky.
Really? You think it really works, huh?
I'd stake my reputation as a novelist on it.
And you say Marcus uses this? That explains a lot. Let me see that bottle.
What would happen if I clicked sell it?
This looks authentic.
Oh, it is.
If I could really beat that bastard. Stonewall, give me a pimp's cup, would you?
Coming up, Sam.
Technically, it's just a curio.
How much you think I ought to put in here?
Careful, you don't want to overdo it. Too much luck can be dangerous.
Ha! There's no such thing as too much. Now stand back.
Come on already, I'm ready to checkmate.
We'll see about that, Mr. Smarty Big Mouth.
Yeah, I'm not terribly good at chess, but this is not how chess works.
Checkmate! Checkmate, you bastard!
Son of a bitch.
20 years I've been waiting to say that. Checkmate! Checkmate! Checkmate!
You are the biggest butthead, Sam Singleton, that I have ever met.
Checkmate!
You can just put that chessboard where the sun don't shine.
Hallelujah! I did it! Yippee!
Be mad. Is it Singleton or Springleton?
Nice game.
Nice game. Hell, I was brilliant. Course, I gotta give some of the credit to that oil of yours. I've been losing to that guy for 20 years. If you ever need a favor, you come to Sam, you hear?
Will do.
Alright. I need a favor.
Can I ask you some questions now?
Look, I'd be glad to help you out, but I've been stuck in this bar too long to know much about anything.
So,
Couldn't be better.
Apologies, did not mean to skip that.
how do you feel now?
Couldn't be better.
If you've been stuck in here for 20 years, I have to ask again, how does your wife feel about this? Alright, you're a jeweler, so I can give this to you.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this, a clay mold? Well, I am a jeweler, you know. And I owe you one. Would you like me to cast this for you?
If you can.
You got it, pal. Actually, it'll be a pleasure to get my tools out. First time in years. I've been too busy playing that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet later today. Right now, I feel like I could do anything. Meet me here in a few hours.
Great, thanks.
Same day, okay. Again, at this point he doesn't identify himself as a jeweler, but we have the clue in the paper. I feel that's a good change. When he's at the table, we can speak to him and learn that he's a jeweler. We can also get that information from the paper. Alright, what's next? Let's go check out the Overlook. I can't think of anything else that I immediately need to do. The thing is, that's going to lead us towards Crash, and we don't have the bracelet yet. Hopefully I can just go back into the pub either now or after we've been to the Overlook. And maybe Sam will come back. Let's go here first. Very similar to how it looks in the OG. Although we do see the horizon here.
It has been overcast all week. The air has been moody and thick. Strange weather for June. St. Louis Cathedral. The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis IX of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788. The present church dates from 1851. The Presbytere. This building was begun by the Spaniards in 1795 after a fire in Jackson Square. It was intended for monks, but now houses historical exhibits. The Pontalba buildings are historical landmarks, built in 1849 and 1850 as residential apartments. A fancy wrought iron railing marks the end of the balcony.
Alright, hopefully you've learned something, because I haven't.
Gabriel is standing on the balcony of a building across the street from Jackson Square. On the balcony are 4 mounted binoculars.
Let's start from right to left.
4 pairs of binoculars are rigorously mounted on the cement floor.
That doesn't look like cement to me, but okay.
Those binoculars aren't going anywhere without a jackhammer.
Or a large wrench, perhaps.
That's Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer?
I've got no control here.
Huh. Crash and the drummer. Interesting.
Unlike the original, I do not appear to have the ability to move the binoculars around.
Iron lampposts add charm to Jackson Square and provide illumination at night.
Nice flowers.
Yeah, that's just the standard interactions we get at Jackson Square. Oh, I forgot about her. I completely forgot about her.
Madame Lorelei, the fortune teller, is garbed in a belly dancer's outfit and wears a boa around her neck. A real boa. The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei and gives prices for palm readings, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50. Madame Lorelei lounges at the booth, fondling her snake.
Once again, not a euphemism. I'm kind of impressed that we can read that from here. I understand how the mechanic works, but yeah, no. Alright, so let's go check her out next. Do you have anything to say for yourself about what happened with Crash?
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum.
Yeah, there won't be any notepad screenshots today, chat.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
Let's have a chat.
Madam Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are. That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Come on, people.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
Again, Elvis? Really? So, unlike the original playthrough, at this point, I've already found the snake scale at Lake Pontchartrain, or however that's pronounced, so it makes sense for us to try and learn about that snake. In the OG, I had no idea.
Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
Dang. Can I pick you up?
Madame Lorelei seems less approachable when she's behind that booth.
Oh, I apologize. I think I skipped through that.
Come on, boys, hoopla!
There was definitely an interaction that I just skipped through. Let's see her do a dance.
Thanks, boys.
I feel you were a bit more expressive in the OG, honestly. Alright, so we'll wait for her to do that again, and then we'll try picking her up. Literally. We'll pick her up and add her to our inventory. That's what the icon's for. The teleport is so freaky. I wonder if I'll get DMCA'd for that particular tune as well. I mentioned at the end of the original playthrough that I might get DMCA'd for a certain tune, but I didn't give any thoughts to the tunes that were playing in Jackson Square. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm not skipping anything.
Come on, boys, hoopla!
The HUD just naturally disappeared for a moment.
Not a bad idea.
Talking?
Baby, I love the way you move.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hips.
Yep, she wants me.
What is this animation?
Thanks, boys.
That's not an improvement. Holy shit. I've got a question if that was a bug. Gabriel turned away. She just pulled out that thing, randomly dropped it, and walked off. In the original, they actually danced together, and there are two scars pulled out. That? I've got no idea what the hell that was. Okay.
It's a silken veil.
Let's go pick up said silken veil. Now, the $1,000,000 question. What on earth happens when I look at this?
The veil belongs to the fortune teller. It's covered with shiny, iridescent sequins.
We do get a second button here, but we can use it. Okay.
Gabriel examines the veil with the magnifying glass.
It's automatic.
The
Okay.
fortune teller's veil is studded with sequins. The sequins look a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that change. In the original, you had to actively use the magnifying glass on the scarf or the veil, and there is absolutely no reason to do that. That, I think, is an acceptable compromise. I'm pushing space and nothing's showing up.
There's a snake scale cut on the veil.
We'll need to use the tweezers.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil.
Automatic again. I'm okay with that change.
Gabriel has a scale from the fortune teller's boa. The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah, that's much more natural than the original. Right, ma'am, I have something of yours, which you randomly dropped near me. It seemed very deliberate.
I think this veil belongs to you.
Oh, my veil! I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong, yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Be nice.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Oh, I see the road of your life forking, and very soon.
The music.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
There are forces. Oh God, beware! Beware!
What is it about me lately?
Once again, what the hell did you do with your voice? It's a neat trick. I wish I could do that. Okay, she's gone. Nowhere to be seen.
Madame Lorelei's booth is deserted.
I don't suppose I can operate said booth.
Gabriel wouldn't mind picking up a few extra bucks by using Madame Lorelei's booth while she's gone. But he doesn't know how to belly dance.
Or sell fortunes. You could just rob the till or something, surely. Rash is here and he seems very, very sick.
Crash is huddled in a pew. He looks seriously ill.
Are we going to sit behind him?
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You are so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away!
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
Come on, talk to me.
I'm just too sick to waste my time. Now go away!
Come on, talk to me.
I kinda don't like that they removed the "I'm praying" line. I really thought that was a nice line given that he's basically at death's door. Are you back? She's not back. Okay.
Someone is in that confessional. someone is in that confessional.
And we can't use that. Okay. I cannot tell the priest in there or the people inside the confessionals that there is a very sick man out here. Are you in here, Sam? Yes.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you. This piece was a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah? Well, too.
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the world. The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm going to enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
It's not, but you know. Alright, so you enjoy your round the world trip. We'll never see you again, and I'm not sure we've got any reason to go back there. Crash. Let me show you this photo right quick. Can you help me with this?
Do you recognize this?
No. Oh, don't waste my time.
He's lying.
Do you recognize this?
No. Oh, don't waste my time.
So I'm guessing the logic is that we heard from Kazanel that this thing will let us into certain voodoo ceremonies. And maybe we think at this point that Crash knows more than he actually does.
Sam's replica of Madame Kazanel's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
And we can't wear it. Yeah, in the original I just tried random items on Crash until something worked. And this thing worked. Let's get back another save very quickly because I'm pretty sure if we ask him about the handful, the conversation is going to end and we won't be able to resume it. Yeah, that's clearly the answer. He sits down behind him and then shows it.
Do you recognize this?
Where did you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
We can't see it from here.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign, man. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake, right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now do you believe that I know something about these people?
All right, yeah. You know about them. I guess.
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Okay, I'll talk to you. A little, but make it fast.
The mark of Damballa. Alright, well I need to ask you a lot of stupid questions.
Tell me what you know about voodoo.
Look, take some advice. Stay away from this voodoo shit. You don't really want to know, man. Believe me. Do yourself a favor and leave me alone.
I think he looked a bit more pale and sickly in the original as well.
Come on, tell me what you know about voodoo.
I told you, man. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm dying?
Your face looks like you're dying, but at the same time you don't look like you're being strangled or poisoned or whatever else. You just look very, very unhappy.
I want to know about the voodoo murders.
You're on the right track. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna risk my life by talking about it, man.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Man, can't you see I'm sick? Don't bug me with stupid questions.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
No! Don't say that name.
Why not?
It's evil, man.
Okay, so that's a yes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The eyes. Snake's eyes. Damballa.
Okay, calm down. What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Nothing. Just leave me alone.
Do you have any idea what Capri San Call means?
I never heard of that.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I don't know her. Honest.
Let's skip over the handful.
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Oh, shit! I blew it again. Promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him. Everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay, but you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Okay, alright. I was sending a message, man. They have these Rada drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything, and they report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
So we heard at Mosley's office that he wanted to get out and send a message that he was not brought in of his own accord as a police informant. I wonder if that was the message he was just trying to send.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
And we can ask about some of these other subjects again.
Oh, you look pretty sick. Shouldn't you be in a hospital?
Nah, a hospital wouldn't do nothing. Just leave me alone.
They probably would, actually. Mind you, American Hospital, I don't know how bad it would be, actually. Never mind.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
I never heard of that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm sick. Dying. Eating the big enchilada, man. What the fuck else matters?
Do you know anything about Veves?
I never heard of that.
Tell me what you know about Damballa.
No! Don't say that word. They'll hear you.
They who?
Shut up, man!
Tell me what you know about Damballa.
I told you. I can't talk about it.
Do you know anything about Black Voodoo?
Black voodoo? What the hell is that? Voodoo's voodoo, man.
That's what I think as well.
Now, tell me about the animal masks.
They wear them when they're dancing at their rituals. But they don't just wear them. They become them. They become the animals.
Stop talking nonsense.
It happens, man. That's all I know.
Now, tell me about the animal masks.
I told you everything I know.
You literally dream about that, though.
Now, tell me what you know about voodoo.
All I know is these people are into some weird shit. They have power. Real power. They can write your name on a piece of paper, chew it, and you end up like minced meat, like you've been through a grinder. They know things in their heads. Things that no one ever knew about you. They know when you lie. They can smell it. They are fucking scary, man. I don't know if it's the devil or what, but it ain't no fake shit, man. It's real.
Crash, tell me more about this voodoo cartel.
I told you all I know. I don't want to talk about it no more.
Now tell me about the voodoo murders.
They did the murders. And that's not the only way they kill. No, they can get you from miles away, just by saying your name.
Come on, you don't really believe that, do you?
No, I seen it, man. You can't cross them.
Tell me more about the voodoo murders.
There's nothing more to tell. They kill people.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
They always meet outside somewhere that night. I saw them last year. Dancing and howling. You don't want to be anywhere near them.
I think we do.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I told you everything I know about that.
Alright, so let's have a chat about the handful and say rip Crash.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hound fall in New Orleans.
Alright. This is underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel. They control everything that happens on the street. I mean everything that's bought or sold. They have fingers in the legit world too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said, a hound for. That's their headquarters, man. I heard people say it's underground, somewhere in the Quada. I don't know where, though.
Have you ever been there?
No. I've never been in it. I'm nobody, man. A runner. But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
The eyes. The eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor.
Nah, call the cleaner, dude.
Hey, are you all right? Someone! I need help!
The eyes. The eyes of the snake. Dambala.
Crash?
Crash spasms twice more, then dies as Gabriel watches.
Oh my god. Oh, poor bastard.
Can someone here help me?
Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
Nah, it's much more important that they confess their sins. Freaky shot.
Crash's face shows signs of strangulation. His death was not a pleasant one.
It doesn't really seem like it. Mind you, I've never strangled someone or seen someone get strangled, so maybe I'm not the best authority on this subject.
Moving the body is the job of the coroner's office.
But to me, it doesn't look like there's a ligature or anything around his neck. The snake tattoo. Let's make a copy of that.
On Crash's chest is a tattoo of a snake.
That tattoo looks like Casino's bracelet.
That is not something Gabriel said in the OG.
I guess I'd better copy this tattoo.
Alright, so that will help for later.
The tracing is of a snake tattoo from Crash's chest.
It looks like a very accurate tracing. Alright, so let's go back out here. Madam Lorelei, are you back? She is nice. We scared her off. Also, someone call an ambulance, there's a body in the cathedral.
It's one of the Rada drummers. They transmit coded messages through the quarter for the voodoo cartel.
This seems like a terrible idea.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
Just a tad. Alright, what next?
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Nothing.
Hello?
It's me. I can't sleep.
Oh, me neither.
Can I...
Yes. Come.
Just have a chat to the butler and make sure that he knows to let me in. Day 5. The road was blocked. The truth was shunned. The white flag had been waved. Reversal cost me all I had. And everything I'd braved. New animation. I'm kind of surprised we got that. I thought it was just going to cut in here and then we would enter. Like so.
Are you okay, Gabriel?
Sure. Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
If I were any better, Grace, I'd be dead. Now what's up?
You got another package this morning. Overnight from Germany.
I was expecting that. Where is it?
Well, it kind of came open, but I salvaged the contents. There was a letter from your great-uncle Wolfgang and a journal.
The package just came open, huh? How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble, in case you didn't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel. Please.
I got it. St. George's books. Oh, Professor Hartridge. I'm glad you called. Did you? Oh, you did?
That voice.
You did? Oh, wait. Slow down. The agree? Really? You think that's them? A wheel within a wheel. Ogun agree, huh? Well, that does sound like it. Dambala, the snake. That's the wavy pattern at the bottom. Okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo? Well, why would the Veve show up there? Uh-huh. Okay. Look, I'll come over as soon as I can, okay? Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay, thanks. See ya.
Dude's done his research.
I wish you'd tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna step into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm perfectly safe, and I'm getting some great stuff for the book. Besides, there's something about all this. My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Oh, nothing. I'll be careful. I promise.
The dreams have stopped now that we're bonking Malia. No one knows though. I mean, this guy's looking at us, looking at everything we just did.
This guy's really starting to bug me.
No kidding. I have a feeling if he can see us, they can see us.
Yeah, it's not really paranoia if we both believe it.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Alright, it's paper.
Times dated June 22nd, 1993. Disgusted with the state of the voodoo murder case, Gabriel turns right to his horoscope. The shadow upon you is no longer reversible.
Wonderful.
Charming. Yeah, not good at all. I have a question. What is that second word? How do you pronounce that? I'm gonna say deuce. I don't know if that's correct or not. I apologize if I'm not getting it correct. Dixieland Deuce Dance Festival. Oh my god, that typo. There is a T missing in the headline. Oh my god, how do you miss that? Alright. Dixieland Deuce Dance Festival. Next weekend will feature the 15th annual Dixieland Deuce Jazz Festival, an all-day outdoors affair celebrating jazz of all kinds and for all ages. Jazz performers will play for free throughout the day at various venues, including up and down Bourbon Street. Many local restaurants, cafes, and bars will be providing performance space as well. See the local events section for the full festival schedule of performances and locations. When is it? Next weekend. There's an audio cut there because I flubbed that read. Next weekend, the game's going to be over by then. Today's day 5. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah, I'm trying to do math. It finishes on Sunday unless there's some significant changes. So unfortunately, we're not going to see this festival outside our window or anywhere else. Alright. For a moment I thought that might have been the box there, but no, that's just the cash register. Once again, overnight, in 1993, I don't buy it.
The letter is addressed to Gabriel from Wolfgang Ritter. Wolfgang's letter says,
Dear Gabriel, please read the enclosed journal carefully. It might help you understand your family's special obligations and our current predicament. God be with you. Uncle Wolfgang.
As long as it doesn't involve making creepy videos, I can probably acquiesce.
Gunter Ritter's diary is leather-bound. Its parchment pages are old and fragile.
I note the H is missing, so I guess canonically, it was always supposed to be Gunter, G-U-N-T-E-R, with no H. Alright, narrator, take me away.
Gabriel reads through the pages Wolfgang marked. He reads of Gunter Ritter's journey to Charleston as a witch hunter, hired by the townsmen to solve a series of ritualistic murders. He reads about Gunter's meeting with the beautiful slave woman, Tetelo, and of Gunter's tormenting urges for her.
Poor bastard.
He reads of their physical union and passion, and of Gunter's investigation into the murders. The victims were all crew members on a certain slaving expedition to Africa, it seems. The second to the last entry describes Gunter's plan to set a trap for the coven committing the murders. He'd found a name on one of the surviving members of the crew, a man now living in the West Indies. Gunter has spread a false rumor that the man is returning to Charleston. He himself will impersonate a sailor and allow himself to fall into the hands of the coven.
What could go wrong?
Naturally, Gunter has arranged for able-bodied assistants to follow and attack the coven before they can do him harm.
Ballsy son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Yep.
Gabriel turns to the final entry of the journal.
And then he did some naughty things. You can read a full account of Gunter's last case on the graphic novel. I didn't quite read that in time, but you get the idea. That's basically the graphic novel that we saw at the very start of this playlist. And there's also a different version that I screenshotted and put in. What was it? Video 11 of the OG, if you're interested. Gunter writes this letter in his journal with no H there. He says, it looks like the same thing actually, the same thing as the OG. Dear Father, I offer these final words as apology for the harm done to our sacred office. The woman I wrote of, Tetelo, was the witch I sought. I have committed terrible crimes. I loved this witch, then used our sacred family power to free her and aid her in destroying this colony. The talisman is gone, Tetelo took it. I can but pray for thy swift recovery of the talisman, and that my punishment in hell will be long and bitter. Thy undeserving son, Gunter. I do question just how much longer he'd lived after this. He wrote this, obviously. Then he died, but when? Like a year later, 2 years later, 50 years later? Who knows? But we learned the talisman has been missing for... I mean, this was in 1693, according to the graphic novel. It's been missing for 300 years. And Grace has read this, and she says we're in trouble.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, I read it. So should you.
That's a bit of an invasion of privacy, Grace, but okay. I know you've got our best interests at heart, Grace, but that's a bit much, I think.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
How do you feel about New Orleans these days?
I'd rather be anywhere else in the world right now.
Ooh. She's scared, and rightfully so.
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
She said she loved it here, and now she just wants to get out.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Rudder drums, please.
Could you research Rada drums for me?
Rada drums? Sure. I don't think we have any books on that topic in the shop, but I'll contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend you any credit.
Tell them it's an emergency.
Uh-huh. I can see where a Rada drum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Alright, so let's get out of here and have a chat to Dr. Hartridge.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.